So here we go with another movie review. So if you haven't seen Transformers: Rise of the Beast, not Rise of the Beast, whatever the new Transformers movie name is, Beast something. Like I'm gonna talk a little bit about it, so I don't want to make any spoilers. So click off now. Hey, Jason here. If you've been watching the channel, you've been seeing me go through Johannesburg, showing you how beautiful it is here in South Africa. But most importantly, you've been seeing me talk about success, what it is, and how to get it in the three areas of life that I focus on, which are happiness, health, and wealth. And if you're new to the channel, the definition of success is the progressive realization of a worthy idea. And that's from Earl Nightingale. And so you may be like, Jason, what does success or any of that, or even Johannesburg, have to do with Transformers? So this is why I'm talking to you about this, but also this is why I'm sharing with you this part of my life. You know, a lot of people are always asking me, am I healing from the passing of Cece? And if you're not familiar with who I am, Cece was my late wife who passed away last year. And so a lot of times people ask me like, are you healing? Things like that. And I don't think we've been taught to see what healing really is. Healing is when you lose something very important to you, something you care about a lot. Healing is finding enjoyment again. So like the fact that I'm starting to watch movies again, I'm starting to be able to get entertainment and enjoyment from it again. That's what healing is. So that's why I'm making these videos, sharing this with you, because it's not only to show you one part of my life, or even if you watch me from the business side of seeing like what are ways to create content, but it's also to share for those people who may be having rough days to see like, look, maybe you can get some enjoyment out of something, like, and just sharing things like that. Like, I want people to be more aware of why I'm filming and why I'm sharing certain parts of my life, because I think a lot of times we've been taught healing and overcoming trauma and things look this like fairy tale way, and it doesn't look that way. It's just literally just finding something to be happy for each and every day. And so that's why I wanted to share this with you, because I watched Transformers, whatever, man, I don't know the name of it. It's Beast something, but I watched it and it was really, really cool. Really good movie. Like I was highly impressed. I think Steven Spielberg was the director. I was afraid. I'm gonna be honest with you. I was like, man, if this is another Michael Bay direction, I don't want to watch it. I'm sorry, Michael Bay ruined the Transformers movie for me. It was just so clanky. Like you couldn't see the fight scenes well. It was just big pieces of machinery moving around. Like even when they were transforming, like you couldn't really see it. It just looked. It was just too much. Like it was just too much. Then the music was always over loud, and you just hearing like someone was just banging pots and pans. I really didn't like Michael Bay production. Like after the second Transformer he did, I was just like, I'm done, and I literally stopped watching because they were just bad. I did watch the third one of the plane rides. I think when we rode to Amsterdam, and it was boring. I was like, man, I wish they were playing the lobster because it was really boring. But like, I have to say, man, like Steven Spielberg, I gotta give my hand. Man, he did a great job. Like, I'm really gonna try to talk about it without giving too many spoilers. Cause like, this is my nerdness. Like, comic book stuff, things like that. Like I remember as a kid watching Transformers, like 5 o'clock in the morning before school, like trying to watch it as long as possible and leave the house as late as possible without missing the bus. Like, so for me, like it was very nostalgia from the perspective of it was just really good to watch a good Transformer movie. Like the dialogue was good, the storyline was really good. You can tell like the storyline was written from beginning to end. Like it wasn't nothing interrupted, nothing was changed or added. Like it was a really seamless storyline, and it was believable too. That was the other thing. Like it became a really believable storyline. Like the area where the Optimus Primal and the Maximals were hiding were like in the Peruvian mountain stuff. Like very believable with the super ancient ruins, things that are very very old that can't be explained. Like all of that made sense and lined up. So like I have to give him 10 out of 10 on the storyline. Like, I love a good storyline, man. Like, I like a good storyline. Like, if you saw my review of The Flash, like, the storyline just wasn't good. It just missed the mark, man. It was so sad. And I was really, as someone who's been displaced from watching movies for this last year, it was really heartbreaking watching The Flash. So this Transformer movie really, it lifted my spirits back up. It was like, okay, man, I can watch another movie now. And I'm hoping they make a sequel to this because the way they set it up at the end, I'm not going to talk about that at all because I was like, oh man, this is going to be really, really cool. Like if they make that franchise and make this whole universe, man, it's going to be so good. So like, I'm really excited about that. Characters. Now, one other thing that I want to say, like, I love that they focused on Mirage more than they did Bumblebee. Like, no disrespect, but I get tired of how Bumblebee just steals so much of the spotlight. So I really like that Mirage was the relatable character, the person, the Autobot that you really connected that bond with. And the kind of homage throw to, I believe it was, I can't remember which movie it is. I think it was the movie where Hot Rod became Rodimus Prime. And I think it was that one where, what was the kid name? Was it Sam, the human that was working with him, where he was able to put on like a mechanized suit? I'm trying not to give away too much details, but I like that little throwback that they had in the movies there. Like it was just, everything was good from top to bottom. Like I'm gonna honestly say, for me, watching this movie, I give it a 9 out of 10. Actually, the only reason I take a point away is because what was his name? The cargo plane for the Autobots. I wanted to see him transform. I wanted to see him do something. So like, or at least do one combination to make Optimus a lot stronger, to where he could overcame Scourge easier or something. Like just something. I wanted to see something along that line because that was just my favorite thing as a kid, when you can like combine Optimus with Jetfire, just start when they started making some of those like that. So like I was really looking forward to that. But even though it didn't happen, it was still a great movie. Man, I'm yet again, Steven Spielberg, thank you for that, man. Like that was really refreshing. And even the little throw to what they're probably going to be doing with the next movies at the end, like I didn't even see that coming. Like that one shocked me because I didn't see it to the end until the dude read off the name of the company that's trying to recruit him, and I was like, oh yeah, that's gonna get good. So like I'm really looking forward to seeing that reboot come back. If you've seen Transformers, let me know if you watched it. Let me know how you rate it below. This was a really good movie, man. Like I'm actually probably watch it again. Like that's how good it is. And I don't watch much stuff twice, yo. So this is just my quick review. Like probably because I think the movie just now is recently coming out. Like I don't know when it came out. I'm watching it on a streaming site. So and you may be like, Jason, why you don't go to the movies and watch it? The one thing about South Africa, guys, like watching movies here, like just because you don't know if load shedding is going to hit. And the last time I was in the movies, it was a really good movie about Lamborghini. Like the load shedding hit, and then like you waited like 30 minutes for it to come back on. And then once it came back on, they didn't put it in the exact right spot. So it just took the experience away. For a person who like to really watch movies and get involved, like I like watching movies. This is something that I really enjoy, and I'm glad I'm getting back to it. However, I'll probably wait till I get to Botswana before I go back to some more theaters because I don't want to mess with the load shedding. But that's it for today, man. I just wanted to share that with you tonight. I just finished that movie. And then also, just remember, if you like this type of content, hit the like button. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, make sure you do, so that way you can see updated videos when I do it like this. And today's second video for today. I'm on a roll, man. And also just remember this, I'm Jason, and success is simple once you know how.